Animation is crazy.
아,
Don't do it. Getting to do this with you is an honor because I feel like I'm getting to connect to Korean artists that I respect, continuing to understand Korean culture for me, you know, and
thank you.
아버지, when he left Korea, 1969, my 할머니 할아버지한테 큰절 했어요. That 큰절 we put into the movie. I didn't know if 미국 audience, how will American audiences connect to it? The idea, I think your point is that there are universal ideas within the gestures that still translate across the ocean, and that's what's so interesting about moving was I was just about finishing Elemental, and my 동생 called me and he said, "You have to see Moving. Just watch the first 2 episodes. You're going to get hooked, right?" And I said, "Why? Just watch it." And then once I saw it, it was the 어머니 아버지 고생, all the work that they were doing. And I got hooked in because that's all we were doing for Elemental for the 7 years, is just trying to honor the same thing, the same struggles that our parents made. You know, I think about it a lot, and that's, I think, why I love Moving so much, because you really made it different. You said earlier that when you were making Moving, you wanted it to portray Korea. There's so many cultural things in there that I keep wondering why you picked certain aspects of it, you know. There's, of course, Korean high school. You know, like my kids were, you know, Bangseok is running to school not to be late, and there's a guy closing the gate. We don't have that here in America. There's nobody closing a gate to get you into school. Do you know that that's a Korean thing?
글로벌한 어떤 상황들로 납득시키려고 했던 게 아니라 그야말로 그냥 우리나라에 있는 실제 고등학생, 지금 다니고 있는 고등학생의 그런 것들로 표현을 하는 게.
But you're not thinking that it's like, oh, this is Korean, I'm gonna show it.
그게 어쨌든 처음 한국의 관객들도 납득을 못 시키는데 하물며 이 글로벌한 걸 어떻게 납득시키냐부터 시작했던 거죠, 사실은. 그래서 되게 한국적인 상황들이 이해가 잘 안 되는 상황들이 사실 되게 많을 거예요. 그 밤에 왜 학생들이 밤까지 있는지도 잘 이해가 안 될 거고. 근데 한국에는 밤에도 야간 자율학습이라고 그래서 밤에 남아서도 공부도 하거든요. 그러니까 뭐 한국적인 상황이니까 다른 데서 봤을 때는 이해가 안 될 수 있죠. 그런 부분들이. 왜 주원이 이제 지가 죽었을 때 장례식을 이렇게 걸어가서 나중에 쇼팽 음악이 흐르면서 거기서 우는 지점이 사실은 그 장례 문화라는 것도 장례 문화, 그러니까 장례식, 피네럴. 그게 되게 한국적인, 그러니까 서양에는 없는 이제 문화인데 어쨌든 그 과정을 이렇게 지나는 모습을 보고 다들 눈물을 흘리는 걸 보고 결국 그런 뭐 어느 나라의 문화가 중요한 게 아니라 그 정서가 중요하다라는 거를 이제 하면서 다시 한번
Universal. 네. Because I was born here, 미국에서 태어났기 때문에 Korea is only through 어머니 아버지. That's the only way I know Korea. Is what they taught me, you know, from, you know, every time we did, you know, sebong or any sort of Korean culture, I learned from my parents. So that was my only way to understand Korean culture. But as I was making this movie, in the beginning, my 아버지 돌아가셨어요, passed away. And I didn't realize that, like, how much of my Koreanness was through my parents. And then my mom died right after that. And then so my brother and I lost a big piece of our Korean heritage. And so much of the movie is being thankful for, it's not only working hard, but they gave us our culture. I'm very proud to be Korean, but everything that I feel about Korea is through my parents. And so whatever's in the movie came from that upbringing. What it means for respect for the elders. My parents, I don't know, Hyung, if your parents, you know, said 사랑해, you know, if they say that. My parents never did.
Me too.
Yeah. And the Korean thing is that they work for you. That's the love. That means I love you. There was a lot of those pieces of my parents that we put into the movie. Subconsciously or consciously, because they had passed away, I didn't know what was going on. I was grieving, but then it slowly got into the movie. Slowly, you know.
픽사 애니메이션의 어떤 시나리오 스크립트들이 있거든요. 뭐 토이스토리도 있고. 애니메이션이라고 하는 거는 어린 아이부터 성인까지 다 그 이야기를 좋아하고 이해할 수 있고 즐겨야 되잖아요. 사실 그런 시나리오라는 건 쓰기가 너무 어려운 시나리오인 것 같아요. 그러니까 영화 같은 경우에 자기가 하고 싶은 얘기를 이렇게 만드는 경우가 되게 많은데 애니메이션은 말씀하신 것처럼 기간도 되게 길고 어쨌든 스크립이 먼저 빨리 나와야 우리가 작업을 할 수 있으니까 뭔가 대중적이고 일반적인 시나리오를 만드는데 사실 그게 제일 어렵거든요.
Animation is crazy.
네.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
아니, 그래서 작가들도 이렇게 씬별로 돼 있는지 예를 들어서 막 좀 웃긴 씬이다 슬픈 씬이다 그러면 각자 롤들이 있어서 그거를 스크립을 쓰는지 아니면 슈퍼바이저가 있어서 그걸 이렇게 해서 취합해서 그 사람이 쓰는 건지 그런 것들이 좀 궁금하더라고.
Yeah, I was going to say that it's just me. You know, I'm directing the story, I'm directing the writers, and directing the sequences. But it's only for 90 minutes. You know, you had like 250 minutes. You know, and so a lot of our work is in the script, but then in storyboarding. We storyboard a lot. We storyboard because we want to keep pushing the visual part of it, you know. And sometimes we don't want dialogue, we just want the animation to do its work. And so, but most of the time it's the director that's supervising all of it, you know. I'm the only one that's still going and pushing through it, you know.
엘리멘탈 같은 경우에는 한국적인 어떻게 보면은 이야기잖아요. 그러니까 이민자의 이야기고 뭔가 어떤 확신이 생겨서 이거를 이렇게 하시게 됐는지 사실 되게 궁금했어요.
The idea when I first pitched it to Disney, to my bosses, my first question was, what if fire fell in love with water? That was the idea that people got excited about. From there, yes, making a romance movie, yeah, it is not an independent film. But I kept thinking about, the heart of the film is independent, but the jacket, the outfit that it's wearing is a big summer movie. More than the immigrant story, more than the actual elements, it's this triangle of a father and a daughter and this water guy. That's all the heart was. And I kept talking to my bosses like, if we can make characters that are fun and engaging and empathetic, maybe that would sell. Maybe that would be the thing, you know. It's something that I'm so proud of, that the film connected in Korea, you know. Like I keep thinking about its omniabuji, like looking down from heaven, saying like, yeah, let's connect to the Koreans. The Juwon Jihi like story is my favorite storyline in there. In I think the romantic episode, you have this unbelievable fight sequence where he's fighting through the hallway. Because I would love to direct a sequence like that. Like, was that easy? Was it hard? Do you like it? You didn't like it?
이게 사실은 뭐 그거를 찍는데 어렵다 쉽다는 사실은 큰 게 중요한 게 아니라 뭔가 독창적인 거를 만드는 과정이 더 어려웠던 것 같아요.
아, 네.
그거를 무술 감독하고 계속 얘기를 하고 실제 우리 무술 감독이 허명행 무술 감독이라는 분인데 올드보이의 그 긴 시퀀스 있잖아요. 거기에 이렇게 나오는 분이에요. 출연을 실제 했고 무술 감독도 했었고.
But you did it differently because he's unstoppable.
근데 다행히도 그렇게 길게 우리가 갈 수 있었던 이유 중에 주원은 죽지 않잖아요. 그러니까 저희는 신나게 갈 수 있는 거죠. 칼도 찔러도 안 죽으니까. 쭉 갈 수 있겠다. 끊지 말자 우리 계속 가자. 끝도 없이 가보자 한번. 이렇게 했던 거죠. 그리고 중요했던 점이 사실은 그 10부 11부 보셨으면 알겠지만 이상하게 10부에는 아마 액션 시퀀스들이 다 생략돼 있을 거예요. 없어요. 10부에는.
Okay.
11부도 중반까지 액션 시퀀스가 있어야 되는데 다 이렇게 약간 점프 컷으로 이렇게 됐던 이유가 11부 끝에 그 긴 롱테이크, 그러니까 20분짜리 그걸 하기 위해서 아껴놓은 거죠. 아껴놓고 마지막에 빵 터트리고 싶었다.
That's right. That's right. How do you cast?
시나리오를 캐릭터를 만들 때 이제 정해놓고 그러니까 하든 안 하든 사진 이렇게 해서 붙여놓고 왜냐하면 애니메이션은 어쨌든 캐릭터를 그리지만 영화는 어떤 배우가
Of course.
그 모습이 있어야 뭔가 활짝 웃는다 그러면 이렇게 하는 게 있으니까 가상으로 사실은 저희가 프리프로덕션 때 하는 일이 감독이 하는 일이 너무 많지만 그래도 메인으로 하는 일이 스토리보드 그리는 거랑 캐스팅하는 거랑 그다음에 로케이션 헌팅 요 세 가지가 주요 이제 일이죠 가서.
네.
그런 결정을 어떻게 하시는지 사실 저한테 캐스팅 물어봤지만 반대로 저는 애니메이터들한테 그 캐릭터를 어떻게 만드는지가 사실 더 아예 예상이 안 되거든요. 그거는.
Yeah, so much of it is listening. You know, you're just watching a performance and listening to the range. You know, for Ember, of course, when you're writing the character, you know who the character is, and so you're looking for someone that can be fiery and can have a hot temper, but really loving because she has a father. So there's a performance, like the mellow part of it. You also have to listen to the voice to see, is there any gravel in there? Does the voice sound smoky? And so you look for other caricatured elements in there. And the same thing for Wade, the water guy. You look for all the performance, but because he cries a lot, you have to, someone cries a lot, it can be really off-putting. So you have to find someone with a range that can cry in very different ways, sincerely, in a funny way, in a serious way. But then how do you find a voice that sounds like water? How do you find a voice that sounds cool and smooth and go with the flow? And so it's just about listening a lot for the different ingredients that you're looking for versus the face. And then they have this back and forth where you're building the character in that way. It takes a long time. The Critics' Choice Award nominations, it's just an honor, honestly, because when our film first came out, it didn't do very well, but then it started building and making a connection. And so I was just very happy that the film made a connection with audiences. And then in Korea, it did so well. And so this nomination, to me, equals that connection that audiences were made. What about for you?
사실은 뭐 어쨌든 영화 감독을 한다는 거에서 이 헐리우드에서 만든 영화 산업 안에 들어간다는 게 항상 이 한국에서는 꿈이었죠. 과거에는 거의 불가능한 일이지만 너무 훌륭한 감독이 돼서 헐리우드에서 영화를 만들고 싶다. 그랬는데 어느덧 세월이 이제 한국에서 만든 영화들이 혹은 드라마들이 미국에서 이제 인정받는 시대가 오게 되고 저도 어떻게 우연히 그렇게 크리틱스 초이스의 후보가 돼서 온 것만 해도 사실은 뭔가 비현실적, 초현실적이라고 해야 되나 약간 그런 느낌이 있어요. 그래서
My family, my friends, we loved it. And we were waiting every week. Every week we were waiting for each episode. It's been such an honor to get to talk to you. You have no idea.
제가 더 영광이죠 사실.
I know, 형님, you have no idea. Just thank you so much.